In a small town in Italy, there lived a young man named Marco. Marco was a hardworking individual who always put in a lot of effort to achieve his goals. However, despite his hard work, he often felt that his results never matched his expectations. He constantly felt like he was falling behind, and his life seemed to be stuck in a loop. One day, Marco heard about a wise old man who lived in a distant village. The man was known for his vast knowledge and wisdom. People said he could help change lives and guide individuals toward the right path. Desperate for a change, Marco decided to embark on a journey to meet this wise man and seek his advice. After a long and tiring journey, Marco finally arrived at the wise man's home. He respectfully approached the old man and said, "Master, I feel like I'm failing in life. No matter how hard I try, I'm always behind my friends and colleagues. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Please, show me the way to succeed." The wise man looked at Marco with a kind and understanding expression. He replied, "Marco, I see that you are working hard. But the real issue is not with your effort. The problem is how you are using your time. You are not valuing it properly. And that is why you are struggling. Let me tell you a story that might help you understand the value of time." Marco listened attentively as the wise man began his story. The story of 3 friends and the race against time. Once upon a time, in a small village in France, there were 3 best friends named Pierre, Louis, and Jacques. Each of them had a big dream for their future. Pierre wanted to be a world-renowned artist. Louis dreamed of becoming a scientist who would revolutionize the world with his discoveries. And Jacques aspired to build a successful business empire. One day, the 3 friends received an invitation to participate in a challenge organized by a well-known sage. The challenge was about managing time effectively. The sage promised a great reward for whoever could make the best use of their time over the course of 1 month. Excited by the opportunity, Pierre, Louis, and Jacques each made a plan. Pierre would dedicate himself to perfecting his art. Louis would focus on scientific research, and Jacques would work on his business ideas. They were determined to win the challenge. However, as the month passed, each of them became distracted. Pierre, instead of practicing his art every day, spent his time socializing and attending parties. Louis, instead of dedicating himself to his research, got distracted by social events and endless conversations. Jacques, although he had a clear business plan, spent too much time watching movies and procrastinating instead of working on his business. At the end of the month, the 3 friends returned to meet the sage. He looked at each of them and said, "Pierre, Louis, and Jacques, I see that you all had great ambitions. But you did not use your time wisely. You had the chance to achieve something incredible, but you wasted it. The real challenge was not about how much you did, but how wisely you used your time." The sage continued, "Pierre, if you had used your time to practice your art consistently, you could have become a world-class artist. Louis, if you had focused on your research, you would have made groundbreaking discoveries. Jacques, if you had put your time into your business plan, you could have built a successful empire." The sage paused for a moment and then turned to Marco. "Do you understand now, Marco?" he asked. "Time is the most valuable resource you have. You can't buy more of it. And once it is gone, you cannot get it back. The key to success is not just hard work, but knowing how to use your time wisely." Marco felt a deep realization. He had been working hard, but he had never considered how he was managing his time. Now he understood that success wasn't just about effort. It was about how that effort was directed and how wisely one used their time. He thanked the wise man and left the village with a new sense of purpose. Marco decided to change his ways immediately. He started to plan his days more carefully, prioritizing important tasks, and avoiding unnecessary distractions. He began to say no to things that didn't contribute to his goals and focused on the most important aspects of his life. With his newfound understanding of time management, Marco started seeing remarkable improvements in his life. His work became more focused and efficient. His studies improved, and most importantly, he felt a greater sense of fulfillment and happiness. Conclusion: the wise man smiled at Marco and said, "Remember, Marco, life is a journey, and time is your most precious asset. If you learn to use it wisely, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to." Marco returned to his town in Italy and began living a more purposeful life. He used his time wisely, and as a result, he saw significant progress in his career and personal life. He learned to appreciate every moment and worked hard toward his goals, knowing that time was the one thing he could never get back. Final message. Time is the most valuable resource we have. Use it wisely, and it will help you achieve your dreams. But if you waste it, you will miss your opportunities and regret it later. Don't let time slip away, make every moment count.